This is day 2, part 3 of my garden clear out. As I mentioned at the end of my video yesterday, I was going to take a little break and then start working on this hill, which I'm glad I did because typical English weather and we're raining today. I started cleaning under the hill in the morning, but I still wanted to get the middle part of the hill clear. I have ADHD, and one of the things I struggle with is trying to do too many things at once and then getting overwhelmed and not doing any of the things that I was trying to do. So I've told myself I'm going to do the garden in sections even if I want to push over and do more, because if I do it in sections I feel like I'm more likely to actually get it complete. This garden used to be communal, so when I first moved in here I didn't actually have to maintain the space. But the council gave me a tenancy that stated that I had a private garden, and that was an error on their part. But they provided me with that contract, I signed it, so legally they have to stick to what is within the contract. It was previously a communal garden that never really got used by anyone. It was very overgrown, it got maybe twice a year trimmed by the council. And there were regularly men who did not live in this close that would stand at the back of the garden in a group just drinking. At that point in time I didn't have Thea, so I contacted the council and started to make plans for a fence to go up so that I could have the private garden that my tenancy stated. The council weren't particularly happy about this, but at the end of the day it was their mistake and not mine. And after a couple of conversations explaining that I know my rights, the fence got put up. But that also came with conditions that I maintain the garden space myself. And that's something I've not been doing recently because I've been down, depressed, the garden got so badly overrun, I got really overwhelmed, and yeah, here we are now and I'm trying to get it sorted out and back on top of things. I do live on my own, so I do a lot of DIY tasks myself, whether that's things that I know how to do or things that I need to learn. Gardening is not something I'm experienced with, but thankfully at this moment in time all I'm doing is clearing out the space. I'm literally doing the same thing on repeat in different sections, which is picking up the rubbish and then going in and sweeping up all the extra mud and sand. So this is where I got to at the end of yesterday. This section's been cleared of all the mess and I've pulled out all the weeds that were clinging on for dear life. I've still got a load to do, but these 3 sections have tied together to make one clear space. I think I'm going to work on the back of the hill next and then go over to the right side of the garden. So I'm nearly halfway there.